who do people talk, who do business owners talk to when they have these sleepless nights, when they have these worries, if they don't have a board member on? Hello, it's live and we are ready to go. And today we're talking about business and cash flow. So what brought this to my mind to end this week on was a web class I was on with some financiers. And we were talking about, as a group, there's a whole bunch of accountants, there's a whole bunch of business owners, and there's a whole bunch of finance people. And finance people meaning people who would lend money. And the presenter came up with a couple of statistics which I found, I don't know if I'd find them surprising or shocking, but disappointing and probably avoidable if I was to go down the route. So let me just go through the issue here, the two stats that I think would be relevant to discuss today. The first one was that 93%, I'm just checking my notes, 93% of business owners in the UK, and I presume it's pretty similar over in the US and other parts of Europe as well, 93% don't have a finance person on the board. Now, as an accountant, with my accountant hat on, I find that disappointing because I know how much value I can bring when I'm talking to clients about their money regularly. I also know how many balls are dropped when they don't have somebody to talk about money regularly. And so that is a really big thing for me, is that how do we get more business owners to understand that money is a key element in the success of their business so that they can enjoy the life they want. You know, a life of, the way I describe it, is a life of choice, a choice of time, plenty of time to do whatever you want, whether it's working more in your business to earn more, whether it's to go on holiday, spend time with the family, whatever, right? It's got the freedom of choice on how to spend your money, because you'll have more money than you need, so you can choose what to spend money on. Because if there is just about enough, you have to spend a certain amount on a percentage on your property. You've got to spend a certain amount on your livelihood, on your food and your beverages, and you've got to spend some amount on entertaining. You've got to spend amount on holidays. You've got to spend some, and if there's nothing left, there's no real choice. You've got to spend those bits. It's how you've cut your cloth, how you've designed your lifestyle. If there's no money left, you haven't got that choice. And the third one is a freedom of choice of opportunity, where to use, which opportunities to grab hold of, because you've got time to think, you've got time to act, and you've got the money to invest in different parts of your business. So that's really the base of what we want to talk about. The other statistic is that 72%, this is UK stats, and I don't know, I would have thought they're not that unrepresentative of US and Canadian and Australian stats as well. 72% of business owners currently actually lose sleep as a result of cash flow issues, worrying about cash flow. And it's a shame. And if you're in the UK, that we're offering a new service to help cash flow, monitoring. We're looking at a free service where we can monitor cash flows and follow cash flow for the next 3 months, so you can spot early where things are going to arise, problems are going to arise, hiccups may occur, so that you can plan to do something about it. That's as an aside. So what I got to thinking was, who do business owners talk to when they have these sleepless nights, when they have these worries, if they don't have a board member on? And I got to thinking, who could they talk to? Could they talk to their spouse, to their family? And the chances are probably not. I mean, I know when I was starting up, I would not have brought these financial concerns to my spouse or my talked about generally in the family, because I wouldn't want them to be worried about it, because I think they've trusted me to handle it, and I don't feel that I should trouble them if I'm worried about it, because that'll worry them more. They'll get more concerned. It'll cause the stress levels in the house to go up, and difficult conversations about where you can spend money, where you can't, and so on. So they can't talk to their family. Can they talk to their friends? Often they don't really want to admit to their friends that they've got money troubles. If they do, their friends probably aren't equipped to help them. They can listen, and that's not a bad thing. A problem shared, they do say, is a problem halved, don't they? But So that's that's really the two frameworks I want to just dwell on a little bit more. And so why is it that business owners don't have these financial people on their board? Why is it they don't have someone they can talk to sensibly, who can come up with solutions for cash flow issues and growing their business issues, to creating that choice in life that I talked about? And here's a little phrase that you've probably heard about, and I suspect that when you hear it, you're probably going to go, yeah, that's completely true, right? But bear me out. So here's the phrase: sales is vanity, right? Profit is sanity. Cash is king. Now, you've probably heard that 1,000 times if you're in business. If you've been in business for a few years, you've probably heard that before, right? Sales is vanity, means it really doesn't mean anything how much sales you've got. Profit is sanity. Now we're getting real. But if you don't have cash, you are in real trouble in business. You can have profits and no cash. It is surprising, but yes, you can. So people accept that, right? They've heard that, and typically they accept that. Every business owner I know could probably recite that. Yet, why is it they don't take action on it? And it may be the fact that they think it's going to be really expensive, and a bit like saying, well, my car is really expensive. Is it value for money? Did you get the brand you want? Did you get the make you want? Did you get the speed you want, the acceleration you want, the comfort you want, the interior you want? In which case, it's not really expensive because you got what you want. It's a bit like saying, well, I'm going to buy some advertising and I'm going to spend £10,000 on advertising because it's going to make me £30,000 more in profits. Now, that's not 10,000 or 100,000. Is that a lot if it brings you 3 times as much? Probably not, because you're looking at the return on investment. So why is it that business owners don't look at the investing in somebody to discuss and manage finance in the same way as they do to invest in advertising, or to invest in a sales manager, or to invest in a production manager, or to invest in a project manager, whatever it is, right? Why is it we take a different point of view when it comes to having a finance director on the board? And I would suggest that it's because they don't consider the return on investment they could get from somebody in that role who really knows what they're doing, but also who doesn't have to be in that role 5 days a week. If you hire somebody like me for 5 days a week, you're going to be looking at something like $250,000 a year upwards for somebody of my skill and knowledge to work in a business full time. I'm not interested, by the way, just in case you were thinking, oh, that's really good value. I wouldn't work for anyone. I'm unemployable. But I do work with clients, and because I work with them selectively on a precise basis, where I help them put a team together, I help them give me the information, and then I attend the board meetings. We get stuff done. That's really why it becomes so affordable, because I'm only there for a day a month, maybe, not even there, but virtually a day a month, sometimes half a day a month, which brings the cost right down. Make sense? So really, and I want to end with this, right? When we're looking at cash flow, there are cash flow, and I've got a graphic that does this, and if I can find it in time, I'll put it on, and when I put this as a blog post, it is the intersection of so many areas. Just going, I need to fix cash flow. You can fix cash flow by getting a loan, but that doesn't really answer the question, why have I got a cash flow issue? And so here's my phrase that I've sort of amended from the old one. Sales is vanity, profit is sanity, cash is king, and focus is queen. And what that means is we're going to bring our focus to one or two areas that can have the most effect on cash flow. Yes, you can get a loan, but let's fix the underlying issues first. Let's make sure we're running on absolute efficiency, and then we can look at the money issues. Make sense? Hopefully that feels good. If you'd like to talk to me about your situation, not whether you want to hire me, but just about your cash situation, you want to share that with me. A problem shared is a problem halved. Just book a call with me. Jump on, send me a message. Somehow you'll be able to get a message or an email to me, and I would love to talk to you about your business and just really learn a little bit more about the challenges you face. And I'll maybe just be able to give you a couple of pointers that I would have done had I been on the board, just so you can get a sense of you're not alone in this, and what it might be like to have a board member of somebody with my background and skill to work with you on small pieces of time per month, laser focused to help you grow your business, grow your cash flow, and give you the life that your business deserves to give you. All right, this is Gordon wishing you well. Take care. Bye-bye.